Born on October 23, 1925 in Corning, Iowa, John William Carson is an American producer, writer, comedian, and television host. Carson is best known as being the longest-running host of The Tonight Show, for which he received several Emmys and numerous other awards, including being inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame and given the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1992. Carson was known for his quick wit and laid-back approach to his interviews. After his retirement, Carson largely dropped out of the public eye until his death in 2005. But you already knew that. So, here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Johnny Carson. Number 10. He started entertaining at a very young age. Carson was born to Ruth Elizabeth Carson and Homer Lloyd Carson, where he mainly grew up in Iowa and Nebraska. At age 12, Carson found a book of magic at a friend's house and immediately purchased a mail-order magic kit. Carson practiced many tricks on his family members, and at age 14, Carson's mother had sewed him a cape, and being paid $3 a show, the great Carsini debuted at his local Kiwanis Club. Number 9. He was undefeated as an amateur boxer. Carson joined the U.S. Navy in the summer of 1943. He trained at both Columbia and Millsaps College in their Navy training programs. Carson was assigned to the USS Pennsylvania in the Pacific. While there, Carson started boxing and earned an impressive 10-0 record as an amateur boxer. Number 8. He earned his degree by breaking down jokes. After the war, Carson attended the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. While there, he continued to perform magic. Switching his major multiple times, he decided he wanted to make his career in radio. Carson's college thesis was titled, "How to Write Comedian Jokes." In it, he would play a compilation of pre-recorded skits and jokes from popular radio shows, with Carson explaining the comedic technique in each joke. In 1949, Carson graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in radio and speech, with a minor in physics. Number 7. Carson interviewed Pigeons on the radio. Carson started his broadcasting career in 1950 at WOW Radio in Omaha, soon hosting a morning radio program called The Squirrel's Nest. One of his ongoing bits included Carson interviewing pigeons on the roof of a local courthouse, and they would report political corruption that they had seen. During this time, Carson would supplement his income by serving as master of ceremonies at local church dinners, which would be attended most of the time by some of the same political leaders that he would make fun of on the radio. Number 6. He had very strong political opinions, but never expressed them. Carson was very staunch in his beliefs, especially about politics. He believed in racial equality and opposed capital punishment and the Vietnam War. However, he never expressed his opinions on television. In an interview with Life magazine in the early 1970s, Carson said, quote, "I would love to have taken on Billy Graham, a popular evangelist at the time, but I'm on TV 5 nights a week. I have nothing to gain by it and everything to lose." Number 5. Carson's on-air personality was the exact opposite of his real personality. In 1962, Carson took over as host of The Tonight Show after the departure of then-host Jack Paar. Carson hosted the popular late-night show for 30 years and became one of the most beloved entertainers on television. Carson was a natural on stage. He had a pleasant demeanor, a great sense of humor, and great comedic timing, often giving a start to struggling performers at the time, such as Jay Leno, David Letterman, and Jerry Seinfeld. Off-air, however, Carson was a very different person. In his private life, Carson was known for being very quiet, aloof, and very shy, and hated small talk, preferring to save himself for his audience. He was divorced 3 times, often working the divorce proceedings into his opening monologues. Number 4. Carson blamed his personal demons on his overbearing mother. Like anyone, Carson had his own personal demons. He was known as a womanizer, had a nasty temper, was a heavy smoker, and a heavy drinker. Carson traced his character flaws to his mother, Ruth. He would frequently refer to her as, quote, Lady Macbeth, and, quote, the toughest SOB of them all. Carson's relationship with his mother was so frayed that he didn't even attend her funeral, instead just remarking that, quote, the wicked witch is dead. Number 3. He was caught driving drunk in a Delorean. Made famous in the Back to the Future films, the Delorean Motor Company was founded in 1975 by John DeLorean. Carson, along with several other celebrities, invested in the company before the company went bankrupt in 1982. Carson actually owned and drove the famous car and was caught driving drunk in the vehicle. Pleading no contest to the charge, he received 3 years of probation and was ordered to attend driving school. Number 2. Carson had several public feuds with popular celebrities. Though Carson was known for having a sense of humor, he hated disloyalty and wasn't afraid to go after celebrities who went after him. Carson had a feud with actor Raymond Burr, the actor who portrayed famous lawyer Perry Mason. Burr boycotted The Tonight Show due to jokes made by Carson about his weight. Carson also allegedly did not like Bob Hope. Unlike most other celebrities, Carson couldn't get any genuine conversation from Hope, and couldn't improvise with him. In fact, after a while, Carson had to stick to pre-written questions as Hope got older. He also had a feud with famous Las Vegas entertainer Wayne Newton over the purchase of a hotel. Carson also hated Tom Snyder, the host of The Tomorrow Show, which was on right after The Tonight Show, referring to him as talentless. Also, Carson was reportedly very hurt that longtime guest and occasional guest host Joan Rivers was offered and accepted her own show on a competing network. Number 1. Carson accidentally caused a toilet paper shortage. In December 1973, during the opening monologue of his show, he made a joke about a story of a possible toilet paper shortage. The public then rushed out and bought toilet paper in bulk. When people then showed up at stores and saw that there was no toilet paper, this reinforced the perception that there was, in fact, a shortage. So, Carson's joke about a panic of a toilet paper shortage actually caused a panic and caused a toilet paper shortage. Addressing the problem, Carson went back on the air and apologized, saying, quote, I don't want to be remembered as the man who created a false toilet paper scare. I just picked up the item from the paper and enlarged it somewhat. There is no shortage. On January 23, 2005, Carson died at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles of respiratory failure arising from emphysema. He was 79.